The first half of the project went well to some extent. Why it went well? Because despite the lockdown conditions and the COVID challenges, we still managed to adopt the virtual platform, and we achieved a lot and reached a number of stakeholders, especially when it came to stakeholder mapping and identification in the province.
Depending on the case studies, and I can see the way it has already started, we can see improvement specifically in the generation of a climate product as per user requirements. Because the Focus Africa has gone to stakeholders to identify the needs of the stakeholders. So as a climate expert, my role will be to produce the product as the user have identified.
The first half of the project, we developed the methodology to help frame how we would assess the socio-economic impact of the climate services. And so because of the pandemic, it was a bit difficult to travel to the different countries. But finally now, in the recent months, we managed to go to Mozambique, to Tanzania and Mauritius, and now we are in South Africa, which really has allowed us to learn a lot from the socio-economic context perspective, which is very important so that when we develop the climate services, we understand the systems under which they're being developed.
Our work package is developing some of the trial climate services that are going to be used in each of the case studies. So there are 8 case studies, and each one of them will have something that will make sure that they can use the climate information that is being developed in the project as a tool or any type of product that will hopefully be sustained after the project.
The future of this project, I think, is really bright, and honestly, to look at the discussion that we had these first 2 days within the consortium, and next few days we are inviting all the stakeholders to join us. And I see the motivation and the enthusiasm in the eyes of all the participants, and I think that this is a confirmation that this project is really relevant for the countries of Africa and for this continent.
What we see is an increasing interaction with the users, because we want to develop this climate services in close cooperation with all the users and have continuous feedback from them, so we can develop the climate services in a way that is going to be most useful for all the users we have in the case studies.
The Focus Africa project, I can see it aligns with the Global Framework for Climate Services, which was aiming on enhancing the vulnerability due to climate change impact. So the implementation of Focus Africa project builds on the Global Framework for Climate Services. So we see how we are going to reduce the impact due to climate change and the way we are going to enhance productivity, because it focuses on research issues where we are going to improve specifically in investment in energy sector, in agriculture sector, but also in infrastructure sector.
Well, in terms of the future for the project, I see quite a lot of impact, in a positive, I would say positive impact, because we have been up to this point exposed to some of the challenges, which we think together, working together with stakeholders, everyone will try to play their role in finding, amicable solutions.